It's Marco and Jeets on X1075. Here's your BoobTube.
Ransom hanging out in the BoobTube studio. What's going on, Ransom?
Marco, so we've been talking about Pokemon Go all morning, and we're going to kick out the BoobTube with a Pokemon Go story. Yes. There was a girl in Wyoming who was playing the new game on her cell phone the other day on Friday. It's Pokemon Go. You walk around. You actually have to go outside. And while she was outside looking for Pokemon, she came across a dead body. Now, cops are trying to identify the body and figure out how the guy died. There's a lot of stories like this. And there will continue to be a lot of stories.
Oh, you mean like people finding and discovering things because of playing the Pokemon? Because they're out and they're moving around, right?
Obviously, you know, there's more of a chance to find stuff like this if you're not stuck at home.
Kids are very lazy. And so now you wonder how many dead bodies are out there that have been there for years, you know. But now that the kids are going to get out of it, they're going to find them.
Maybe the guy was looking for a Pokemon.
So was there a Pokemon on the dead body? Is that how she found it?
That would have been ironic.
And then she takes a screenshot of it.
A little bit ironic.
Has to run to social media and post it.
So how old was the girl?
Says right here that she was 14.
Well, that's good. Get her ass out of the house moving around, you know?
But the problem is that's when I was like, well, it finally gets people out of the house. But but you're still stuck to your phone.
Well, but you're stuck to your phone and you're moving, right? So I guess that's the difference.
Yeah.
At least that's going to be the spin on it. But sure, anytime you've got a larger segment of society out moving around doing things, you know, things are going to happen, right? You got people outside moving around. They're going to find things. They're going to discover things. There's going to be people hit by cars.
There actually has already been somebody hit by a car with the Pokemon Go. A little kid, I don't remember how old he was, trying to cross the street, trying to get himself like a Diglett or something.
Is he going to be all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. But then there are other people who are not fine. I was reading another story about Pokemon Go, how criminals in Chicago are using certain landmarks around Chicago to lure people at night. They know that people are going to be stopping by, robbing people at gunpoint because of this video game.
How do you have the strength to be a police officer, to go to these poor people's families and be like, I have horrible news for you? And then they go, but what happened? And you go, well, they were playing Pokemon Go. And then I just, you got to get into that.
By the way, is society just catching up with this, or has this been out for like a few months, the app, and it's just...
No, just released last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it caught quick.
Yeah. Wildfire. You know, it's funny. I saw something online the other day. They were talking about Michelle Obama and how it's taken her 8 years to convince kids to go outside. And it took Nintendo 24 hours.
That's awesome. Well, she's put all those crappy lunches in the schools, you know, and people are pissed off because
no more turkey a la king.
She's replaced all the good stuff with pizza with now it's you got to eat like tofu and everything.
Granola
and the kids are
and
pissed.
grapes
Yeah,
and stuff.
Nasty.
Yeah, it's not even lunch anymore. It's nutrition break.
Nutrition break. Can't do a lunch.
Hey, so Aubrey Plaza, she's in a brand new movie that came out this last week. Didn't do so great in the box office. But she's in the news today because she is coming out as a bisexual. She says, quote, girls are into me. That's no secret. Hey, I'm into them too. I fall in love with guys and girls. I can't help it, end quote.
God, I hate hearing that. It's just more competition for us. It's just more competition.
Wait, which one is she again?
She's the one with the dead eyes. She was in Parks and Rec. No, she does it. I know I say that and it sounds bad.
It doesn't sound great.
Movie.
Yeah, the one that we were talking about a little while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates is the name of the brand new movie. You saw it this weekend, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was funny. I mean, I didn't go in there expecting, Scarface or anything, but it's kind of a
well, with those dead eyes, maybe you should have.
It's a low hanging fruit comedy, bro, kind of drunken thing. I got what I was looking for.
It was fine, right?
Yeah, it was funny.
It's fine.
At a charity auction in 2008, Donald Trump bid $100,000 for a trip to Paris that included a meal with Salma Hayek and her husband. He actually won this, but it turns out he didn't pay for it. His charitable foundation did. And if that's not cheesy enough, he only put $30,000 into the charity that year. So that's why it's in the news. He didn't even use his own money. He used his charity's money.
Pays to be rich.
I'll tell you what, a lot of these celebrity charities, you dig deep in there, and there's some shady stuff going across
Sports
the board.
athletes especially. You know, a lot of them do it for the tax breaks.
Right.
You create a charity or a foundation. The foundations are the big ones. And they do all these events. You're like, oh, so-and-so is such a great guy. I'm like, hey, he's trying to protect that 7-figure a year income. He can roll some of that over into the foundation.
It's almost it's like money laundering.
Yeah.
Almost.
I actually read there's a company that, goes to all these athletes. When they sign X and X amount of dollars, that amount or above, they go and that's their job. They create foundations. And they say, look, if you want to save some of your money, this is what you got to do. And I think you got to do like 1-2 appearances a year, and that's it. You got the foundation, you save money.
Not bad.
Not saying all these guys are bad guys. That's not the case.
We should start a
We
foundation.
need a foundation. Maybe we'll do it for Lorenzo the Bull that just killed the Matador. It saved the Bulls.
And finally, some Monday TV reminders. We got The Bachelorette, 8 p.m. on ABC. JoJo engages in a pillow fight
This
with
is still
3
on.
of the guys while staying in their hotel room and watching the Brazilian version of The Bachelor. They're watching the Brazilian version of The Bachelor and having a pillow fight.
Wait a minute. On The Bachelor, they're watching an episode of The Bachelor?
Well, the Brazilian version. So they're watching the foreign version of The Bachelor.
It's like
What are they gonna-
Inception.
Yeah, they're just going to sit there and make fun of it, probably.
How deep can you go?
Jesus.
Yeah, what if they're watching and they're like, this show sucks?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it does.
Or what if it's just like the girl's just sleeping with everybody and everybody turns to her and they're like, you're not doing that.
The producers are like, yes, jackpot. American Ninja Warrior tonight, 8 p.m. on NBC, and then also on Fox, So You Think You Can Dance. The top 10 dancers perform with all-stars from previous seasons, and that is it, gentlemen.
Home Run Derby tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Whatever.
Oh, no. If you want to watch some long balls, man, Home Run Derby?
Home Run Derby.
I think it's in San Diego.
San Diego.
There you
yeah.
go.
They had the Futures game last night.
Futures game was cool, but little Derby action, and then All-Star game tomorrow.
Who's
Only
in it
makes
this year?
sense.
Dude,
There's a bunch of guys.
In the Derby?
Yeah, in the Derby. Anybody
they got
worth
8
it?
Oh, all the big home run hitters are in it.
Yeah,
all the big names.
They always get
Yeah.
the top guys in there.
All the big names are in it.
Robinson Cano, Trumbo.
They've changed the format up a little bit. So they're saying tonight's going to be the most interesting just because they've seeded it. It's like guys against each other in a seeding.
So it's going to be like a bracket.
Yeah, sort of. It's like rounds, so I don't know. Should be cool.
Huh.
If you're in on watching. I think it's cool to watch.
Yeah, it's always fun to see how far someone could hit a baseball.
All right, it's Marco and Jeets X 107.5.